Hey everybody, welcome to the channel. I'm Steven and this is NWSmallBatchBrewing. And the question I want to pose to you today is, for this video, if you're in the market for a new Corny keg, like a 5-gallon keg, do you get a brand new one or do you get a used one? That's the question. So I'm going to take these two guys over to the kitchen where I have a little bit more room to explain and contrast. And while I'm moving over to the kitchen, it would be a great time for you to consider looking down and hitting the subscribe button and then turning on your notification bell so that you get notified every time I put out a video. And that way, you never have to worry about having a fear of missing out. Okay, welcome to the dirty kitchen and a dirty keg. So I don't have the new keg with me because, I mean, you can kind of guess what that is. So when you get a used keg like this one, it comes with a lid already on it and it's usually under pressure. They do that to sort of prove that, hey, look, it's a used keg, but we put it under pressure and it got to you under pressure, so that proves that it can hold pressure. You know, it's sort of a liability thing. Anyway, so you have to release the pressure before you can pull the lid off. And I just have it in this pot here because I'm going to throw everything in here with some OxiClean Free and Clear to really clean stuff up. So I already took one side off. That's right here. It was screwed on. Just came off with the same kind of, I think it's a 7/8 inch or anyway, standard, you know, socket. And removed, well, I didn't remove it yet, but there's, you know, the dip tube. I already bought a floating dip tube to put in here to replace that. Now the weird thing is it came with this weird poppet that does not look like normal poppets. When I looked it up, you can still buy these, but apparently it's an old style of poppet. So that's kind of annoying. So here's the problem. First of all, it's caked with dirt. You probably can't tell on camera. I don't know if you can see. I doubt it. If you can see quite how dirty it is. It's pretty dirty though. I mean, I guess it could be worse, but and that's the way they're going to come, because they're not going to go out of their way to clean these before they send them to you. Also, it's going to have some liquid on the inside. Usually, if it's a ball lock, it's going to be an old Pepsi keg. So this one definitely has cola. You know, some kind of soda that was in it. It's like Coke. Well, in this case, probably Pepsi. Not a lot, but, you know, it's going to need to be cleaned. So I'm going to scrub the outside of this with Barkeeper's Friend, and that should get it pretty clean. I mean, the outside is not going to touch the beer anyway, but, you know, I just like it to be nice and clean. And then the inside is going to get an overnight soaking with Oxy-Free Clean and... what is it? The perfume dye-free OxiClean. And then, of course, it'll be sanitized with Star San per the usual. Now, this other side, all right, of the keg has a different kind of post. This is an older style keg, which I have never had the unpleasant pleasure of working with. This post is different. It has what we call a 12-point connection on the bottom of it. I want to get it upside down for you, but so I didn't have a tool to take that off because I don't have a 12-point. So I had to go buy one. So this is what I already had the socket, but I bought the, you know, the wrench connector. So this is a 7/8 inch deep 12-point socket, and that is what I used on this to take that off. So I had to buy that because I want everything to be the same. I don't want to have to use different tools when I'm working on this keg or my other keg. So I had to buy, I guess I should take it on so you can see better. This is just newer style posts and modern style poppets and springs. So those will go on here and replace those older style ones. And then, of course, you have to put on new, it's kind of got a glare going here, but these are all O-rings, right? A set of O-rings. So the question is, after all of that, is it worth getting a used keg over a new keg? So this keg was $55. I don't remember where I got it from. It was Keg something. Not Kegland, but Keg, I don't know. Kegs R Us. And then the O-rings were $4. So these guys were $4. The poppets and the posts were about $8. The socket that I had to buy to get the thing off, that was $9. Actually, the poppets were $8. The posts that were separate were $9. So anyway, to replace all the stuff in here that would make me feel comfortable using this, brings this up to $85 total. A brand new keg like the one I had before, well still have, but that's $120. So the difference there, $35. So the question is, and you know, I can't answer this for you because everybody's going to have their own, you know, level of, you know, what they're comfortable with. But the question is $35 worth having to replace all the parts, all the O-rings, clean it, you know, extra cleaning on the inside? Is that $35 savings worth it to you? I can tell you, for me, my personal opinion after going through this is no. For me, it's not. Had I known and done this once before and known what I was getting into, I would have just opted to buy another brand new one for the extra $35 to get it completely already ready to go and sort of brand shiny spanking new. Yeah, I find that easier. Now, I will say there's a caveat. Every now and then, if you look on Craigslist or OfferUp, garage sales, you can sometimes find these kegs for like $30, 25, $30. So if you can find one for 25 or $30, I mean, you don't have proof unless they have a CO2 tank. You can't really guarantee that it holds pressure. So you're still taking a chance, but as long as, you know, it does end up being able to hold pressure, that's a better deal, right? Because now you're talking about 25, $30, a few of these upgrades, and that's a big enough savings. It's worth doing that over getting a new one. Getting one used like online that's costs, I would say anything, for me at least, anything more than $25, $30 for a used keg, just buy a new one. But again, it really just depends on your situation, where you're at, how easy is it for you to get a keg, and how important is that extra like $35, you know, difference. So I hope that helps if you're thinking about doing that. I guess the other thing I was going to say is, if you've never used a keg before, you might want to just opt for a new one. It just might be easier the first time to not have to like try to figure out what tools do I need to take stuff apart, and what, you know, what should I replace. And once you've used a keg for a while, it's like no big deal. But if you've never used one, it could be a little bit intimidating. So at any rate, I hope that helps. I don't know, but I thought I'd throw that out there in case anyone has never bought a keg or is looking to buy one. Maybe that little bit of information helps you out. So anyway, thanks for stopping by. I will be back here in a week, as always, for another new video. And keep on brewing, guys. Keep on brewing.